Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we're back on Satisfactory once again. Going to be continuing our little playthrough on the PAX Prosperitas server, hosted by the one, the only, the legend, Gaming with Doc, or Doc as he is also known. Link to his YouTube channel down in the description below of this video, along with him and others on my main YouTube page underneath the friendly content creator section. So if you get the chance, definitely check them out. If you went here last time, we got the server all started and whatnot. Everything got underway, and what steel was unlocked, we went ahead and worked on steel pipes and steel beams. However, today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We cannot keep up our power demands as they grow, so we are going to be building a little bit of a coal substation over by the oasis out here in the Dune Desert. We're going to try and get that done today. We'll see what we can do. But yeah, we need to get our power going. So without further wasting time, let's go ahead and get on into it. Let's go. Alrighty, first things first here. So before we get started, this was what we did last time, just to kind of show you a little bit more in depth. We're still working on this factory. This is the steel beams facility, and officially we're going to call it the steel beams facility, even though it may be producing something else as well. We are producing steel pipes at the same time. Let me get my flashlight on. We got beams on this side, pipes on the other. For now, this is just in case any of the inspectors are listening. This is temporary. Okay, I'm going to move this. We are going to be building a separate facility over at the other coal nodes, which are off in this direction. If I remember correctly, they're right over here. Yeah. So right over here between these two, like, kind of pillory cliff thingies. That's where the other two coal nodes are. The reason that we picked this location for the beams is because there's two pier nodes right here, and you need more coal for beams than you need for pipes. Pipes take significantly less, so we're going to use the two normal nodes that are over here by this little archway. We're going to be using those for pipes. So the facilities will be separated, don't worry. This is just temporary now so that we get beams and pipes up and going, because we need beams and pipes for a lot of different things. So getting them up and going and getting them uploaded for people to use is priority number one. Priority, which we have done. Priority number two is to work on the power substation. So we're kind of in a bit of a bind here. Sure, we could produce or keep feeding this wood and leaves to produce biomass, to then produce solid biofuel, to then go into this container to then feed our generators, which are actually doing pretty well on our factory here, as you can see. And we're kind of all over the place, but our max consumption is 135, capacity is 150. So we're actually not doing too bad. But however, I don't want to have to keep feeding this thing. I hate hand feeding machines. I will do it when it's absolutely necessary, but it is starting to get old. I'm tired of going to the northern forest and tearing down hundreds of trees. So out here, there's not a whole lot of vegetation unless you go out that way. I was getting ready to ping, but I keep forgetting I'm on a server. Cannot ping on a server, otherwise people are going to be like, if anybody's on here, they're going to be like, what the heck? So yeah, there is trees over there by that river, but since I had to keep going back to the hub to deliver dock beams and pipes and stuff, I kept stopping by because I had to come all the way back across the map. See, we're clear up here. Over here is where Doc and the central. Oh, so that's his. Oh, so that's what they're building. Okay. Cool. Where are they by now, by the way? Weren't they just on here? Oh, they're there. They're way down there. Okay. So that's what I seen earlier, was somebody was building a base here. Very interesting. But yeah, so we kept going back here to drop off beams and pipes for Doc to use to kind of push us through a lot of the tiers and stuff, and then we had to come all the way back up here. But yeah, anyway, so we're going to be building a power station over here, or a sub power station. Okay, so once we get power over here through the rail lines and stuff, this can just be a substation, or we could just dismantle it. I don't really mind either way. So but what I want to do is I want to use SS Con. Well, do we want to use SS Concrete? I think we might. Oh, why is it green? Oh, somebody adjusted. Wait, what? Wait, what happened to my settings? Uh-oh. My settings are bugged, I think. I have no idea. Alrighty then, so back over here, I've gotten started on a little bit of foundation. I'm thinking the white foundation. Oh, I figured out why those were turning green, by the way. So we could place a normal foundation, it still does it. And for some weird reason, you can see it's green. For some weird reason, this color swatch down here is the source of it. And don't ask me why. I have no idea why. Because the concrete structure swatch has not changed. You can see it's normal. But if I paint it, this color swatch down here, as soon as somebody changed that, that's what was happening. And that's what's weird, right? I don't know if walls are doing it. Yeah, I think it's just a weird bug with this thing. Nothing, you know, too crazy. Yeah, see, even the walls are painted green. Yeah, and the reason I know that it's that color swatch in particular is if I put one of these down, you can see it's green, and then I select this, say it doesn't change, and I can't paint it because it's already applied. Why? I have no idea. It's a very weird, and that was the reason that my concrete, like in the last episode, the concrete was being spawned in. I thought it was just because of the color on here. No, these actually spawn at that current color, but for some reason they're using, everything's using this swatch down here, and I don't know why. Swatch number 17 for some reason is being used as all the concrete stuff. Actually, I don't know. Is it all the walls? Let's see. If I go to FICSIT walls, is it those two? Yep. Yep, it's that. Same with these. But of course, you can't really paint walls. I mean, if you look real close, you can kind of see a tint of green in there. Why? I have no idea. Because up here, the factory swatch is red, so everything should be painting in red. But for some reason, when we put stuff down, it paints in green. I don't know how that happened. It's very strange. But I was curious though too, like all my foundations from SS Foundations were being painted kind of like almost black. And that color swatch originally did have black as the primary, but it had like a dark gray as the primary, so that does kind of make sense. Now I am curious. This does make me very curious. Let me go back over to my factory, because all of my walls and stuff. Don't tell me why walls and stuff are now green. No, I didn't paint these. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't paint those. Yeah, see how this is darker right here? That's the original color. I had to paint this white in order to get that back. I do see a bit of green tint on these walls. Oh no, no. It was just a weird shading. Okay, so something new. Which I am very glad that this didn't apply to my factory. So glad. Because that would have been a disaster. So it's only... Oh, that is so weird. Maybe I'm bugged out. I mean, I could be bugged out. And that would definitely make sense. Because I was trying to take some cinematic shots earlier for the video and for the intro there. And I had to keep re-logging because it would be weird. It would just be weird. Okay, how wide do we want to go? So I kind of want to create like a little bit of a pool, almost, to have my extractors in there. Because I would imagine we're probably going to need... I'm thinking... maybe 10 generators. No, we don't have enough ports. I was like, that looks interesting. Okay, how much? Oh, yeah. And because I haven't put down... a coal generator, it's going to chat at me. Okay, so if we put this in here... I don't have any... Okay, I'll waste a few. Special... workbench. I don't really want to do this, but it's kind of forcing me to at the moment. And I'm also kind of lazy, so... I don't want to waste a purple. Purple is non-negotiable. I'll have to go get another slug. Is there another slug around here? Oh yeah, there's plenty. Let me go grab another slug. Alrighty, it's been a little bit. I did get distracted for quite a while there. Oh boy, it's like the next day. Oh my gosh. Spent so much time. So, what I've done, let me show you guys just real quick. Kind of in between cuts there. I did get that platform a little bit expanded out, and you're just like, you haven't done nothing. And it's the next day. It's like, yep, absolutely. What I've done over here was I went ahead and encapsulated this little building here so that I didn't get myself into trouble, of course. Gotta be very, very careful. But, yeah, so this little building right here, this is for our trucks. So now if you go into here, now we've got this. So we got the truck station, you got the miner. These things are really, really cool, by the way. I was playing with these a little bit ago. So these beams aren't just a beam. It's like a normal beam. Like look. Look at this, dude. So freaking cool. Like, you could do all kinds of crazy stuff with that. I'm loving it. It does take a minute to disappear, but yeah, so you go up to this miner and you've got this little area here. And you got this little door that leads outside to this thing here. And I did find my zipline tool finally. It was over at the the drop capsule or whatever you want to call it over there. Yeah, so that's that little building. Went ahead and encapsulated the truck station. Now if we head over here, and we got a little bit of a bigger building. This one, I ran out of iron plates over here. And I wasn't going to make it by myself, and I didn't really want to keep going back to base to grab some. Although grabbing that for our power was actually pretty good. But I went ahead and made this little building here for all the iron plates. This was a quick build, so... Well, I say quick. It did take me a decent amount of time to put this together. But, yeah, for the most part, though, it was, you know, just a quick build. So I decided to... Oh, geez, I'm going up that. Decided not to record it. But if we go over here... you do have this factory here. Now, we don't have ceiling lights yet, so I didn't put any in, but yeah, sorry about these little doors. But these doors are so freaking cool. Look at this, look. Little roll-up door. Yeah, quick little... It does make a lot of noise, so it makes a lot of noise. Yeah, so we got this miner here. Something with the infinite nudge that I found out. This is really cool, by the way. I'll just demonstrate it real quick with a splitter. I don't know to what extent this is going to work perfectly, but yeah, this was a really cool thing. So if you look at this miner, you're going to notice something. If you played a lot of Satisfactory, you're going to say that something doesn't look right there. Does it not? Does it not look right? It doesn't. Maybe it looks right. I don't know. You're going to look at that and you go, man, that doesn't really look right. It looks a little weird, doesn't it? But yeah, if we go ahead and go over here, This is really cool about infinite nudge, is I can hit the H key. Oh, hold on. Let me, I think it's, you have to lock it first. Then I hit the H key, and what I can do is I can move this. Like I said, I don't know to the extent that this works, but we're going to try something. So technically, that's connected. Also, I've lost my... There we go. I was like, oh, so I lost my thing. The only way to get stuff onto a belt is through a container of some kind. Or something that has a little bit of storage in it, so... We'll put down a little bit of storage. And then... put in a little bit of a belt. And then what I'm going to do is we'll do this. Okay, cool. What? Dude, that's amazing. Oh, I love this. And I know that another thing with Infinite Nudge is you can... This is what's really cool too. Although I'm not going to do it because I do like to have my miners on the nodes. But yeah, you can actually... I'll actually show you. Here, we do have an ore node nearby. So we can go ahead and put this miner down. But what I can do is I can actually hit the H key with Infinite Nudge and just... Bye! And just take this miner wherever I want it to be. And we are allowed to do that, by the way, according to the server rules. According to one of the co-hosts, Robert. He said that we can do that, but if we do that, we do have to put a sign or something on the node, basically a sign, letting people know that that node has been taken, so they're not trying to put a miner there and can't figure out why it's not working. But yeah, so you can do that. You can put all of your, you could even do it. You could do it with water extractors. You could do it with, like I said, you could do it with miners. I'm pretty sure you could do it with well pressurizers as well too. You could probably move all the well pressurizers into a building, get them all nice and uniform. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, so that's what I've been working on. Also, the reason that Iron Plate Factory randomly kicked on while we were in there is because I do have that hooked up to the sink, or not sink, sorry, the uploader, so that everybody can have the iron plates. Because we weren't uploading any iron plates. I'm pretty sure everybody's built iron plate factories, but nobody has actually started uploading them. So I went ahead and uploaded it. I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind sharing my plates with other people. So it's all a cooperative experience. All right, how are we doing? Oh, we're actually still full. Oh, because this is still getting... Oh, that's right, because Okay, we're out of wood, though. So one of the things I did on one of my recent trips to the hub is I did go ahead and... whatchamacallit? I went ahead and collected a whole bunch of wood and leaves. I collected like 2,500 wood. And I had like 8,000 leaves. We turned that all into solid biofuel. That way it lasted. It seems to have lasted, so... Which is pretty good. I mean, all of our steel beams and steel pipes are completely made in our uploader here. We got both of these being uploaded right now. Again, just temporary. Just to remind everyone. Can't stress that enough. And it seems like the one swatch thing has been fixed. The swatch is still there, which is fine. It's just that the the swatch was applying to the new blocks that you put down, but it has been fixed. Yeah. Oh, whoops. That's not how you demonstrate that. So if we put down a new production building, it's no longer green. It's orange and blue, which is interesting. I guess, yeah, the FICSIT factory swatches should be applying this, but it's not. It's whatever. And I also want to make it a point to help us get the upload speed. Because this is horrendous. Without having any upgrades, the uploader is like horrendous. I mean, if you have a server that goes, you know, it's going to run over time, so. I came back here for reinforced plates. Grab those reinforced plates. Sorry, I'm messing around quite a bit. I know. Actually need to make some cable. Is there any cable being uploaded? Let's see. No. Cable was uploaded at one point, but not very much, it looks like. Alright, I gotta make a bunch of cable, and then we'll go and see if we can work out to where to put all that stuff anyway. Alrighty, just a quick little thing. I was building a little bit of a blueprint for this, and I found something really, really cool about these doors. Because I've never actually tried to mess with them before. So I've got this door here, which is going to be on the front, so you could like open up this gate. You can close this gate. I think I might try to see if I can do this. Oh. Lock door. There we go. Actually might push that out a little bit so it's not on the machine itself, but basically what I wanted to do was create this I want to create this like box for these, and when they're not in service, obviously the doors will be open or closed, and then when they're working, they are open. I think that'd be really cool. Or we could have them closed, and then when you need to service it, you can open it. I think that'd be amazing. But so what I was trying to do was I was trying to put a door over here. Yeah. And I was like, okay, well, what if I just did, so I want to put a door here, right? It's like, well, what if I just did this to make it look like the door was like half open? And I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. But then I went to mess with it. I want to try this out because I haven't actually done it yet. There's a way to set the shutter height. I think. Set door height. There we go. Dude, yes. Yes, please. That is amazing. What? Why isn't this in the game? Coffee stain, please. Please add these doors. I know what you said about how well, it's a mod already. Just use the mod. I want this want these in the actual game. These doors, they are a part of SS frames. These doors have to be one of the most like versatile pieces of it, for building purposes possible. I mean, look how big these doors get. Here's the biggest door possible. Look at this thing. Look how big that door is. That is a big door. And it doesn't just go up into nothing. It's an actual roll. These are actual roll-up doors. As you can see the wheel does spin up top there. Now, obviously, it doesn't get bigger as the doors go up and get smaller as it goes down. It's not quite, that realistic, but it doesn't need to be. I'm not saying that it does need to be, but yeah, look at this. This is cool. Being able to half open doors and stuff like that. And then not only that, I can paint these. And when I paint them with the secondary, the lights actually turn that color, which is very interesting. Yeah, look at that. That has got to be one of the coolest freaking things I've ever seen. Like I said, I know, so was it Adrestea that suggested this mod? So the mod is called, it's called it's called Structural Solutions. Sorry, that's what SS means. Structural Solutions by Dark, which Dark is spelled with a 4. Actually, what am I doing? Hold on. Yeah, sorry, I should have been showing this, actually. Which is interesting, I can't, this isn't like an actual... It's a weird thing. But anyway. So, Structural Solutions by Dark. Structural Solutions adds 300 plus new building objects to Satisfactory. I don't know why this says none available. But yeah, these are the mods we're using, by the way, on this server. I can't wait to use these. We got the flex splines and the road tool, Sky UI, all this cool stuff. But yeah, structural solutions, that's what it's called. Okay, so back over to the game. So I want to create something interesting. I don't want to just build this, you know. So I'm thinking like we move this up to the machine and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. That might be a little too far. I might just go 2. But yeah, I think it'd be really cool to completely, let me move this, to completely surround this indoors. Okay, so that's, let's say that's touching a machine, and then 1, 2. I guess go to where the door touches the thing. I actually kind of like this here, to be honest. Center. Yeah, this looks really cool right here. But I don't want it to be, you know, in the machine. So I want it to be like... And also, something else I've seen. What's this? Oh, it's just a... It's just a door. Sure. Okay. I was wondering, I was like, what the... What's an automatic door modular? I don't know why I was thinking, it was a module, not whatever. Look at this little door. This is like a little, it's like one of those little, yeah, it's just like one of those little, like, walk-in kind of cart doors. But yeah, so really, really cool. Okay, so we're gonna go 2. Or we'll put the wheel to where the wheel is touching. That's right. Okay. And then this one will be moved out one, so it's not like... It's not like right up on it. But yeah, like I said, I want to set the height, and then I want to set it to right there. So it's like it's hooked up. I think that'd be really cool. I would like to move the door in closer. I might just do that. Might just... So put it like right there, yeah. So it's like right up against it. Yeah, so from 1, or so it's touching. Okay. So yeah, it would be there. Okay. And then yeah, we'll set the height. So put it right in the middle. So it's like half open. Yeah, so it's like being accessed. Of course, yeah, I do want to paint these. I do absolutely want to paint these. It looks good. Alrighty, so I think I got my blueprint ready to go. I decided to change them to white because that seemed to have worked really well. So I used the these little 0.5 meter emissive beams. I know I just said that placing these is a little dangerous because removing them, well, it's not the placing them that's the problem, it's removing them that's the issue. And I crashed the server twice. Luckily, nobody's on. That's why I was testing it. But I did check to make sure that nobody was on when I was testing it. But it seems to be, it's not the issue of placing them. It's the issue of removing them that causes the crash. So, which is very, very interesting. Hey, you. What are you doing up here? Get out of here. Get out of here. I wish I could beat the crap out of these plants. That'd be nice. But you can't do that. Okay, so I think though, and I do have this saved by the way. We can go ahead and save it one more time. Okay, let's go ahead and clear blueprint. And remove the blueprint designer. Okay. That did not cause a crash. This is good. But yeah, when I go to place these, I need to make sure that where I'm placing them is where they're going to be. Because if I try to remove them, it's going to be an issue. So I did do this with, I'm thinking I might reduce this down to 9 instead of 12. Well, how big? Hold on. Just for testing purposes. I want to test and see how big, because I'm going to play something like this, I think. I think that would be nice. Have just enough space. Okay, so if we center them there, and we have, say, a 2 space, right? For like our pipes and such. Let's see. What? How did you get? Did you respawn already? That's awesome. Okay. Oh, you know, that's another mod we should have gotten, was the reversed. There is a mod that allows these to be reversed. I don't know if it's a setting on the machines or if it's like an actual another machine. I have not actually used the mod, but there is a mod that allows for that. You know, I might put the bounding box just over that. I'm just temporarily placing these just to see how much room we've got. Yeah, like just over the thing, like that. And then there's just enough room. Okay, you see how there's there's like 3 foundations over here. And I would like to push it this way a little bit, so let's go ahead and place this there. Yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm testing with this. Okay, do I want less than a foundation, or do I want like 2 foundations in front? What we could do is we could center, like we could center them like that. Or maybe just center them like that. And then we have like a foundation and a half, 2 foundations almost. Yeah, I think that might be fair. Obviously I'm going to move these forward, but so each one of these I think is going to have at least a foundation and then some in between, I think. Because I got plenty of room, I think. So we're going to put down 10 of these, 5 each side, so we got plenty of room. Okay. Alright, so then that would put this one like this. There's 1 foundation. There's 2 foundations. So 2 foundations in the middle, which is actually fine. Now these are... Hold on. What was the overclock? I don't have any more power shows. How much? It was 100 and... Crap, I don't remember. But give me some more slugs. There's some more slugs around here, I think. Yep. Okay. There we go. Yeah. I mean, what we can also do, here's a nice little trick, is, do they have... Oh, they don't have any flat ones. So I'd like this, but flat as well. Like, they do have the flat ones here, but the flat ones here are kind of... in my opinion. Yeah, we just run this all the way along here. Probably. It's like an anti-grip surface, or like an anti-slip. Sorry, anti-grip. That would be... man. That'd be interesting. Like, you heard of the anti-slip surface? How about the anti-grip surface? And you do like a camera shake. You're like, what the hell? Okay. Okay, yeah, so... Right. Got it. Okay. Oh. What happened? Hey, bring that back. Okay. Now I'm just placing these to test because, like I said, removing those emissive beams can cause the server to crash, so... Do organization, industrial, or not industrial, do a normal fluid buffer. So this is what I do for all mine. So I know people like to do this differently, but me personally, I always have a fluid buffer. I always have the fluid buffer right behind the coal generator. So that if anything ever happens for any reason whatsoever, I can just... you know, I can have enough time to notice when something goes wrong. That's just me personally. But yeah, so we got that, and then we're just going to put the buffers in behind each of these. Yeah, I'm just going through my head. Is this exactly where we want everything? Because, like I said, once they're placed down, removing them is going to be very, very dangerous. So I gotta be sure. And then the coal is going to come from the coal lines. How much coal was it going to take? Let's see, that's 15. I don't remember how much coal it was going to do. Something like that. Okay, I guess I'll get this worked out, and then we'll see what we can do next. Alright, then it's been a little bit, and I had to spend even more time not building this because I ran out of concrete over here. I finally, that little pod there that was carrying all the materials has finally been mostly emptied out. There's still little bits here and there, but I have ran out of concrete, so I had to build a little concrete factory over here. Which is nice. it's a nice little one. It's basically a copy of that one, except for this one's more flat. Yeah, you go in here. This one actually doesn't make a whole lot of concrete a minute, but I did use the limestone that was here without overclocking. I did have to overclock these machines just a little bit to get it up to 16 per minute, because 16 times 5 is 240, and that's what this miner pushes out. And I was just like, yeah, we'll just go with that. This thing's never going to catch up. Every now and again it drops, and then it goes back up, and then it drops and goes back up. So yeah, I mean, it's running, so. But yeah, had to do that so that I could get my concrete up and going. The nice little factory that uploads to the, for uploading to the net. Uploading our concrete, we're uploading our plates. I did also set up a tiny factory doing the reinforced plates. Pulling off my iron line inside the steel factory for now. That's good. I'm kind of using that steel factory as like a little bit of a hub at the moment. But when it provides for the main network, it will eventually do that. But yeah, so we got these here. Now, unfortunately, I did accidentally make a mistake, and I put this factory down. Now, normally, I would just go ahead and remove this and, you know, just risk crashing the server because it would come back up immediately. But unfortunately, there are people on now. So when I made that mistake, there are people on. After I made this, before I made this mistake, people got on. So it's just like, yeah, I can't crash the server now because then it ruins it for everybody. So I just kind of have to leave it there for now until either everybody gets off or I come back on a time when nobody's on. Delete that real quick. But yeah, we got this area finished as well. This is our 4 water extractors that we calculated for. Let's see. I just say to hell with it. Get out of here. Also blew up those plants. I made some what you call it. He's stuck on he's stuck on the coal. But I made some noblest. All it takes is a bit of coal and a bit of sulfur, which I had. Obviously, there's little nuggets of coal and sulfur around in the Dune Desert, so you can just make that. And then use that plus steel pipe and whatever else, and then you can just make yourself some new nobelisks. Or sorry, some regular nobelisks, not... I got 31 here, so not too bad. I did put my rifle away, because it is kind of useless with that ammo. And I'm certainly not going to take from our ticket pool to buy ammo. Not that it would have dealt with those plants anyway. The only way to deal with those plants is explosives. And then once Fixmas comes out, we'll be doing snowballs. The Fixmas factory is going to be interesting. I wonder how Doc's planning on doing that. But yeah, for the water extractors, since they do have to be enclosed in some way or another, or part of my factory in some awesome fashion, I'm doing a water tank. So I'm just going to put a massive water tank here. And then what I'll do is I'll run some pipes down, like out the back or something, and we'll run them down into there. And basically for aesthetics, basically. And then we'll put like a little... we'll put like one of those little like concrete pillar piece things that goes on into the ground. Like you see them kind of like in some like small like lakes and ponds and whatnot. And basically they're not necessarily pulling the water from the lake itself. They're pulling from the water below the lake, like what from the aquifer. That obviously this water's like seeping into. So, I mean, they also constantly pulling from the lake too. I mean, they'll drill big holes down in the lake there, and then put like perforated pipes and whatnot. You know, just like a normal water well, kind of like that, I guess. Yeah, if that makes any sense to anybody. I don't know if anybody's gonna know what the hell I'm talking about. Hell, I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. Only worked in the irrigation well business for a while. But yeah, so basically gonna do that. Now, unfortunately, I kind of have hit the out of time limit for this episode, so we're gonna go ahead and end it here. So next time we'll, if I don't have it done by next time, we'll put in some pipes and stuff like that, and get her all working, get our pipes, and then of course we still need to import coal and stuff. Yeah, it's just. Doing this episode, I ended up getting distracted by a lot of little, I call them pocket factories, essentially. That's what I call these little factories out here. Little pocket factories, you know. Some machines, some power, some belts, some miners, and everything gets made into useful materials that we can use. And of course, me personally, since I make all these little pocket factories, I do send them to the upload. Anything that I make personally, I'm going to send it to the upload so that other people can use it as well. And then, you know, when people aren't using it, it'll just sit there and upload. I mean, it's a very slow upload because we have not upped the upload speed, but, you know, it's there. Hey, you guys want to see the upload speed? It's so slow. We look inside of here. I'll just take the quick way in. You can see this. Look, this is how fast the upload is. By the way, every time that belt moves, one more concrete has been uploaded, and I do mean one, because if we actually go to the upload here, because I think I'm the only one uploading concrete at the moment. I've been uploading concrete for a few hours now, maybe an hour, maybe two. Oh, maybe somebody else is uploading concrete. Yeah, because the belt's not moving the entire time. I actually don't know. I don't know if this empties two and then puts in one, or... How's this work? Let's see here. Oh, somebody just took some. 68, 260. Yeah, somebody else is uploading. Okay. Somebody else has got a little uploader on one of their concrete machine or concrete factories. That's good. Hey, the more uploaders we have, the faster it'll go. But I didn't want it to... I mean, I could put multiple uploaders, that is true, in order to up the upload speed. That's how you basically get around the upload speed limitations, as you put down a bunch of uploaders per product. The only problem is I'm only producing, what, 16 times 5? I'm only producing 80 per minute. I'm not really producing all that much. So, you know, it's not all that great. But, you know what? All that does is it builds up a big stock of concrete for me, so... out in my area, which is actually what I need. I mean, yeah, uploading to it is nice, and I don't have to come back here for concrete because it's being uploaded, but after you run out of that upload, it takes forever. I'm talking many hours before the dimensional depot gets full again, and it's only one stack. But yeah, it's uploading it. Actually, I don't know. Does it? I think it tells me, actually. Let's see. Does it tell me? No. What is happening? That was weird. Anyway. But I think for now, though, like I said, that is going to be it. I've definitely enjoyed my time on on this server so far. It's been a lot of fun. And now that everything is encased, I don't have to worry about, you know, any rule breaking, I guess you could say. Because, yeah, while technically that factory is making multiple items and they're being uploaded, I mean, technically, I'm not supplying the central storage with all of that. It's just going to the uploader, and for me personally, basically. So it's just a personal factory. We'll just say that. It's a personal factory. It looks like I'm building a statue, so it looks like two shoes. It really does. But yeah, and then I put my little feet, little concrete footers, little concrete footers for my power network here. Now that we got those unlocked. Yeah, it's pretty nice as well. But yeah, eventually I'll get this power station done, so I don't have to rely on my biomass burners. Although my biomass burners are doing quite well. I mean, I'm only burning 30 a minute at the most, and that's not even constant. But that's just because, you know, it may only be 3 uploaders, but I've got them maxed out over. Everybody else is on coal power. I'm over here messing around with biomass still, technically. I mean, I haven't had to fill it yet. Every now and again, I'll get, you know, chop down some trees and stuff just to get them out of my way for building. But yeah, it's like, other than that, yeah, it's been great. And I've been trying to paint everything blue. Because all my factories are going to be painted in this color. That way people know that that's my factories. As you can see, this is how much we got left still. So yeah, a decent amount, actually. Okay, quite a bit left. Yeah, that's pretty much that. You can see I got my little reinforced plate maker over here. I'm making the exact amount. That's why that belt's empty. It needs 60 screws a minute, and I'm making 60 screws a minute. So the only time this will ever catch up is when this gets full. But that's actually pretty nice, because then I can take all this. Look at that, bam! Now I got reinforced plates, and I didn't even have to make them. That's pretty nice. So yeah, just it's more of a. This right here technically is more of a base of operations rather than a factory. But anyway, I think that is going to be it for me, though. So I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I'd like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see on your screen right now. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.